intro. So we're here at the world headquarters of speed for Schofield Motorsports. As Jimmy is about to modify this Funkhauser axle bracket because it actually sits up here, so we're gonna have to clearance it so it'll sit up here. So we'll put the camera up somewhere and can do what I've done for years, watch Jimmy work. Just there's no beer involved this time, so it's not quite as exciting as it used to be.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway.
While he's doing that, we'll show you what he's done so far. There's the adjustable bracket, the nut plate welded on, the doubler plate welded on, and then this 3/16 plate I bent in my swag off-road press brake attachment from a press, so that's how those got bent. Give the people what they want. 0.8.
Still sitting like this.
Something like that, yep. Oh shit, put the socket up. Impact. My viewers will be accustomed to this. If you're walking around looking for something that had, you see the impact under the car? Oh, it's in the truck because I have it back here getting this box out. Yep. Okay. Yep.
That's why I said fucking steel wheels. Bullshit.
Well, you fill the tires up with helium. Make them lighter. All right. Making a drive shaft safety loop with a brake press. take into account that if everyone, I don't know why at this point, but if everyone to lower the car more, there's 2 more adjustment holes. So we gotta make sure that there's enough room.
Get the loop, please.
Get what?
The loop.
Oh, the hoop.
Yeah, the hoop, drive shaft hoop. I don't think you're gonna lower the car with these tires on it. I don't think.
I doubt they were gonna put the top hole. That'd be more than 2 inches lower. So 2 inches lower. Let me make sure that's got enough suspension travel. That's Dracula.
I don't think you're gonna lower the car with these tires on it. I don't think.
I doubt they're ever going to put it in the top hole. Because that'd be more than 2 inches lower. It's like 2.5 inches lower. But I need to make sure that it's got enough suspension travel. So at the track it'll lift and separate, but this thing, take it on a drag and drive and have a trailer behind it. I want the drive shaft to bottom
You
out.
may have to make the damn top piece unbolt.
Why?
Because this thing can't be hanging down here like this. When you cut this out and you weld this in here, where you gonna bolt it to? You got a piece of square tubing? Is there a little bit cattywampus?
Yep. I got a piece of 2-inch square tube that's in the room floor. It's probably
Some C-clamps.
Make sure it's not too long.
That ain't gotta be.
Whatever. See, that's too long.
It's too long, I'll tell you right now. What about that angle? Underneath the transmission? Yeah.
For the welds. There's a C-clamp under that plywood over there, and we got another one. It's hanging on
There's 2 of them back there. Hand me those 2. This one's.
Okay. I got you. Right. Well, that tube rusted that bad, isn't that already?
Center line way up here, that pinion will have to come way up here. If they ever having to get this thing off and pick it up.
What?
Mine myself.
Oh, no grind. Timber.
Inspector, look at that and say, just go, guys, it's good. I don't see them all. I think that might turn it.
All right, welcome back to Schofield Motorsports Garage. He hate me. As you may have seen, my brother has been over this weekend. We got some stuff done. Didn't film a lot, didn't talk a lot. Just trying to get stuff done in between family commitments, getting ready for Thanksgiving, which is this coming week. So let's flip the camera around and fill you in on what we did with a little more details. I'm trying to get the garage cleaned up real quick. As you can see over here on the outside, the backing plate I drilled and tapped several months ago, they're welded on. The doubler plate is welded on. The 3/16 plate, I got a, well, I'll show you in a minute. I got a press brake attachment from Swag Off-Road for my Harbor Freight shop press. Use that to bend, to break that. And when we put the, let's see if we can get back to the, you can see the main hoop. There'll be a harness bar going across for the seat belts, the shoulder belts. We'll have some bars come off. We'll come down on top of this box. Also have the kicker bar from the roll cage, right where the, just about where the harness bar is. We'll come down either onto the frame or probably back there. They may go onto that. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Kind of box that in, and then it'll lock this these frame rails in. We also put a triangulation bar in right there just to help brace that up. It's 1.25 inch thick wall. I think it's 130 for a 138 wall. It's a pretty thick wall, but okay. So we got the triangulation bars in. I'll move the mess out of the way. Then we cut the center of the cross member out because it was going to be dead in line with the drive shaft. Bent that. Maybe you'll see a little bit of angularity, but we bent that on the press brake. But notice that it's really low. We're gonna make it 2-piece so you can get the drive shaft in and out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back, grind those welds off, and we're gonna cut this cross member out here where it's square, and just put square 2x3 in, re-weld that in to go in there. Not too worried about the strength there, because again, we're gonna probably have 2 bars come down in here from the roll cage to brace that. And really where the leaf spring perch is, that's all the load that'll be on that cross member. There'll be no real loss of strength by having that drive shaft loop in it. It'll be tied in pretty tight. And then I got the Funkhauser U-boltless perches. Let me turn the light around so you can see. So you see down there on our left, you see the flange is actually up on the center section. We had to grind down a little bit on the center section, grind down a little bit on the bottom part of, I guess, the top plate of that perch to make that work. So you may be confused, what are the U-bolts for? The U-bolts are just a convenience factor. So as you can see, this sits on top of the plates and is welded in, so it's just tack welded. Still got to set the pinion angle on a car. So obviously if you cut the tack welds loose with weight on the car, the axle will just fly up and the car will fall down. So the U-bolts, we just weld it on, so when we get to that point, we can cut the tack welds loose, put weight on the car. We put weight on the car, cut the tack welds loose, the housing will stay in place. We can pivot it to get the desired pinion angle, and then weld it all up, cut those off. No big deal. Then there's some gussets that Mark Funkhauser provided that'll get welded in, then the whole thing get taken out of the car, fully welded. Sitting down on the tires, which I was really worried I was never going to get the car low enough, but now it's got to come up, which is a good thing. I'm really happy that the car is going to have to raise. I was really worried that it was going to be too high, but the Funkhauser perch actually lowered the rear end even more, which is, it's got to come up. Which I only have one more hole to go up. I really think that I got the 1-inch dropped split mono leaf. So I like the way it looks. I like the way it sits. But for something that's going to possibly go on a interstate or back roads of America, it's just too low. Especially right now it's got the truck pan on it. The truck pan would scrape off the reflectors of the highway. I bet there's only like 2 or 3 inches of clearance. And I can get the front end higher. Right now I've got I've got one strut with the spacers on top, one strut with the spacers below. So the one with the spacers below, right now where the jack is holding it up, is pretty good. With the lower control arms pretty much level, so I kind of like that. Have to check out the travel in the struts, make sure that I've got a little more extension available than compression, so that it doesn't run out of extension on launch. But I'm pretty happy with it. I really like the way it was sitting. It's just way too low, but it was slammed down on the ground. That drive shaft loop was going to be dragging on the ground. But there it is on the ground. I like it. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell. And stay tuned. More's coming. Who knows what else we get into, but more is coming on this guy. So thanks. Appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, because I will not probably post another video till after Thanksgiving.